Something's happening with my cat.
And, okay, you ready? And 3,
No, I'm not ready.
2, 1, go.
I know that you had that on beforehand, so thank you for that. And here we are with our last, but certainly not least, interview of 2019 going into 2020. So I am sitting here with a beautiful young lady. Can you tell us your name, please?
Well, my name is Audrey A. Dunlap.
Thank you, Audrey. And how old are you?
I am the age of 14.
What grade are you in?
I am in 9th grade, so I'm technically what you would call a freshman in high school, not college.
And who are your best friends?
Well, I have a lot of friends, but you have to understand I have very few close friends. So I would say Emily. Emily's probably my closest. Sorry to other people.
Describe yourself in just one word.
Do I have to do this? Okay.
Yes.
Describe myself in one word. Nice.
What is your favorite subject?
I like all subjects, but if I were to pick one, I would say English or writing or reading.
What subject do you think you are best at?
Maybe with the English and...
If you could be any animal, which one would you be and why?
If I were to be an animal, I would pick, maybe a dog, because dogs are loyal and they're kind to people and they can become a good companion for other people. So,
Describe the funniest thing you saw this past year.
does it have to do with like myself or something I actually saw that was really funny?
It can be anything, Audrey.
It could be anything. Okay. Well, something funny. I'm trying to think of something funny that happened this year. Oh, one thing was that, so I went to a lake swan camp this summer in June, and I got to do something on their lake called tubing. And for the first time, I was really scared, and me and my friend Cheyenne, we were put together as partners. We were going to go on the floats, and we were going to, go together on the lake, and they were going to spin us around, all kinds of stuff. Well, all of a sudden, I just started screaming the characters of Shrek, and everybody's just laughing at me, and I'm closing my eyes as soon as I get on the tube. We're not even moving, and I just start screaming, and they were all laughing at, all my friends were laughing at me. I kind of made a fool of myself. Then I just started screaming Shrek characters, and then I flipped over, and it was just really funny.
What is your happiest memory from this past year?
What is my happiest memory? I would say discovering my call at life. Yeah, I would say discovering my call for life at Life conference. See what I did there? That was funny, even though the name was Life Conference of the conference.
Who is your favorite person in the whole wide world and why?
It's okay to say one of your parents.
You know, I can't answer that. Quote, favorite person, if I had to pick one? Dad, I don't know. Can I have a tie, please? Tie, Mom and Dad, because they really are just the best parents. I'm sorry for anybody who watches this and they're like, oh no, my parents are better. Well, sorry, they're not. Because
Oh.
my parents are super duper nice. They're super sweet. They have a love for Christ, which is a great love. They're very rooted into their faith, and you see, they take what Jesus teaches us and they apply it to their lives. And that's the beauty of being a Christian. And they definitely sum that up. They sum up the way a Christian should act. And I really appreciate that for my parents because they can be role models and they can be examples and they show that they're true ambassadors of Christ through they show it to me and my sisters and they show it to basically everybody that they meet up with, whether they're strangers or not.
Aw, thank you, Audrey. What was the nicest thing you did for someone this past year?
The nicest thing I did. Trying to think, what's the nicest thing I've done? The nicest thing I did. Maybe, okay, I'll say something. Not a lot of people, I don't think anybody knows this, but again, I have an example, like, so I'm the thing I can think of right now. And all the girls, so it was Friday night, and it was the last night we were going to be there, and we wanted to do something fun together as a group. And a lot of the girls that week in my cabin, and our leaders, so you have to understand our counselors, one of them was a young college student, just got into college, the other one was in like high school, and they were both sisters, really nice, and they were like, oh, well, pizza's coming that night, and let's order some pizza. And so we were debating on what to do, whether to buy ice cream or pizza, that kind of thing. See, everyone in my cabin really liked food, junk food, and I was one of those, so I was like, okay, sounds good. Pizza sounds good. Well then, so our counselors were like, okay, so we want 2 pizzas. We want 1 cheese, and I think the other one was a Hawaiian pizza. And we're like, yep, that sounds good, blah, 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 blah. Well, it turned out that all of the girls, except for me and a friend, Cheyenne, had ran out of money, and Cheyenne only had like, I can't even remember, but it was like under $5, which was fine. And I secretly didn't tell how much money I brought to the camp, and everybody was like, oh, there's no way we can afford this, because I think it was like, I don't know, I'm guessing the amount, I think it was like $20 or something like that. I was like, oh, everybody's like, oh no, we're not going to be able to have our thing tonight, and we're not going to be able to spend time together. And then I was like really thinking about it, because I knew that we were going to Disney the next week, and I wanted to save my money for that. And I was really just thinking about it with God. I was like, I have enough money to pay for this pizza bill. Like, should I pay for it, or should I save the money towards my Disney trip with my family next week? And I was like, and then, well, no, not me, but it was God. God was like, Audrey, you don't want to be selfish, and these can become your friends, so maybe you should pay for this. And so I was like, okay, I'll pay for it. And then what I did was, I went to my leader in private. All the other girls were doing different things outside in the different parts of the camp, and I was like, here's 20 for the pizza. You're not telling anybody. You're not telling anybody who paid for it. You can give Cheyenne back her money. You're not saying a thing. And she didn't say a thing. And everybody was really happy that we got pizza.
All right, we're going to have to do a 2-part for this interview. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.